Gather round, kids. Today I have a special story for you, one that has been told for generations. It's a tale that teaches us the value of honesty and integrity, virtues that are important no matter how old you are or where you come from. Here's a story about a humble woodcutter, a man who lived a simple life but had a heart full of honesty. This story also involves a touch of magic and a lesson you'll never forget. So, listen closely. Every day a poor woodcutter would venture into the woods, carrying his trusty old axe. He would chop trees, gather the wood, and sell it in the village market to make a living. It was hard work, but he was content with his simple life. One day, while working near a river, he was so engrossed in his work that he didn't notice how close he was to the water's edge. Suddenly, his axe slipped from his hand and fell into the deep flowing river. The woodcutter was devastated, panicked, and helpless. He sat down by the riverbank and began to cry. His only means of livelihood was now lost in the water. Suddenly, a kind water fairy appeared from the river. She was a magical being, shimmering with a gentle glow. She asked the woodcutter, "Why are you crying, good man?" The woodcutter, wiping his tears, explained his problem. He told her how he had lost his only axe, the tool he depended on to earn his living. The fairy listened patiently. Then she dived into the river and returned with a sparkling golden axe. It was a magnificent sight. "Is this yours?" she asked, holding up the golden axe. The woodcutter shook his head and said, "No, mine was an old iron axe. This one is not mine." The fairy smiled and dived into the river once more. This time, she brought back a shiny silver axe. "Is this yours?" she asked again, showing him the silver axe. Again, the woodcutter shook his head and said, "No, mine was made of simple iron. This one is not mine either." The fairy nodded and dived in a third time. When she emerged, she was holding the woodcutter's old, worn-out iron axe. "Is this yours?" she asked, presenting the familiar axe to him. The woodcutter's face lit up with joy. "Yes, this is mine. Thank you so much," he exclaimed, his heart filled with gratitude. The fairy was impressed by his honesty. She said, "Because you have been truthful and honest, I will give you all 3 axes as a reward." The woodcutter could hardly believe his ears. He gratefully accepted the golden, silver, and iron axes, thanking the fairy profusely. He returned home, his heart brimming with happiness and gratitude. He knew that his honesty had brought him an unexpected fortune. The woodcutter shared his story with his family, and they all rejoiced, knowing that honesty is always rewarded in the end. So remember, kids, whether it's a golden axe, a silver axe, or just your everyday iron axe, always be honest. Honesty is a virtue that will always bring you good things in life. The moral of the story is simple but powerful. Honesty is the best policy. No matter the situation, being truthful will always lead to the